Okay, so this video is going to be about cordials. I did a video about cordials last year, and it was one of my first videos, and so this video is going to look a lot better. So when I make cordials, I usually wait for citrus season so I can use the bergamots or the Seville oranges that I can usually get at the grocery store by my house. This year the bergamots and Sevilles had not yet arrived before our planned trip to the beach at New Year's. By the way, amazing weather. And look at this beautiful sunset. So anyway, I went ahead and just made lime cordial and grapefruit cordial. So this is the same procedure as last year, but just to recap, here's how I make lime cordial. So for my method, you don't need the juice, you only need the hulls of the limes, or the grapefruits. This works well if you are planning to make juice anyway, for a party, say, or an outing, or you just need a lot of juice. Once the juice is juiced, you go ahead and weigh the hulls. I got about 400 grams. You're going to add a similar amount of sugar to the hulls and let them sit overnight, and that will infuse the sugar with a bunch of citrusy flavors. You'll want to keep track of how much sugar you used because you'll be putting in that same amount of water in a day or so after you take the fruit hulls out of the sugar. Now this container I'm using for the grapefruits is too small, but it worked out all right. So a day or so later, you'll see this sugar is all goopy. That's all the citrus oil and residual juice getting into the sugar. We're just gonna open these up, put them into a bowl, and then we're going to heat up some water and add that same weight that I mentioned earlier. For these grapefruits, I think it was about 300 grams, something like that. Give them a stir. You just need to try and dissolve some of the sugar and wash the sugar off of the hulls. Once that's done, you just give it a strain. I also like to give them a little squeeze just to get all the juice out, get all the sugar and water off of there. So now you have a citrusy, simple syrup, and I'll strain that again just to get any stray pulp out. I'm putting it into this beaker so I can measure how many milliliters it is because we're going to add citric acid. It's good to have like a accurate scale because we're going to do 3 grams per 100 milliliters. And so you want to be able to accurately measure grams. For this is the lime. I think I did 12 grams for this 400 milliliters of simple syrup. In it goes, stir it up. And we're pretty much done. Put it in a bottle. Ready to make some gimlets. Alright, the basic drink to make with a cordial is a gimlet. And your basic gimlet, it will be gin and lime cordial. I like to jazz mine up with a little maraschino. I feel like that just makes it a little more complex and adds a little sweetness to, because my cordial comes out a little bit, tart. Over the years, I have discovered that mezcal also works really well. And in fact, there are lots of base spirits that will work, as well as lots of adjuncts that will work, lots of additives, lots of the jazzer-uppers. There's lots of jazzer-uppers that will work. So I thought it'd be fun to make a little game out of it. We're gonna roll a dice. We'll have 6 options for base spirits, 6 options for additives. We'll have 2 options for cordial, and we'll mix and match, and it's my contention that any one of these combos will be pretty good drink. Some might be a little strange, but that'll be part of the fun. My 6 base spirits, we're gonna go with number 1, gin, 2, mezcal, lighter rum, a darker rum, blanco tequila, and aquavit. Aquavit might be a little weird, but no rules. Now, for additives, our options are going to be maraschino, Giffard banana, Giffard passion fruit liqueur, orange liqueur, Angostura Amaro, and Suze. Now these last two are the sort of wild cards. Angostura Amaro goes well with rum. Might be a little strange in a gimlet, but you know, this is why we're doing this. And Suze is maybe a little too dry for this, but we're throwing it in the mix. We're throwing it in the mix. Of course, if we roll 1 through 3, we'll get lime cordial. 4 through 6, we'll get grapefruit cordial. Let's roll them up. So I'm going to use the same recipe for all of these. It's going to be 2 ounces of base spirit, 3/4 ounce of cordial, and 1/4 ounce of additive. If you wanted to, you could put like some orange bitters or something else in this drink. But you know what? Just everybody do what you want. There are no rules, baby, to this game of rules.
I'm going to give this gin a try.
Do it. Tart. Maraschino, just a little hint of...
A little spicy
little
fruit.
Spicy hint. On the aftertaste, maraschino.
I think the maraschino
Delicious.
Improves it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't call it a gimlet exactly, but it's a delicious drink. It's rummy. You get that orange right in the mid palate.
It's really good.
It's not like super limey, but it is tart. You know, it's sharp.
I mean, that's like a daiquiri compromise for someone who doesn't want a bunch of fruit juice. But I mean, it has a lot of the flavor profile of a daiquiri without the...
It's tart and sweet and rum.
Yeah, it's tart and sweet and it's lime tart and sweet and rum.
We randomly picked 3. They both came out fine.
I agree. This seems like a very versatile ingredient, these cordials.
Okay, so that was the other night. I decided I wanted to roll up a couple more just to try and get some of the weirder combinations. So this first one is tequila, grapefruit cordial, and Suze. Now tequila and Suze are a classic combo that I really like, so let's see how this is. You'll see it's got that nice yellowy Suze color. Oh, and since I started making these, the bergamots did show up at the grocery store, so I went and garnished these with a bergamot peel just for fun. The peels are amazing on those, and the aroma you get from them as a garnish is incredible. Tequila and Suze is awesome. It's tart. I mean, all of these are no-brainers. Like, this is just a combo that works. Suze maybe isn't quite sweet enough for this, but this is not exactly a gimlet anymore, but you get the idea. This tastes good. It's got an earthy bitterness. Grapefruit too is a little bit more bitter, so. Okay, weird gimlet 2. I wanted to do aquavit. I decided to try an aquavit one. I rolled up aquavit, lime cordial, and passion fruit liqueur. Whoa. Wow. That is something else. It's really nice, actually. It's sweet. The aquavit, you get aquavit at first, and then it moves into a passion fruit kind of direction, and then you get a second hit of aquavit. You get an aquavit aftertaste, and that bergamot garnish is doing something too. Wowee, that's maybe my new favorite drink. All right, I'm gonna say you can make any of these. Any of these combos should work, but see what's in your liquor cabinet and maybe make your own chart. This would be like a super fun thing for like a party, or like just some people come over. Roll some dice. Everybody's rolling dice, figuring out what they're gonna have. I mean, that's fun. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. If you make cordial, go ahead and let me know about it in the comments. And we'll see you next time.